Okay, hi. So, what I want to do is just have a quick talk about the combat tracker and actions and combat fighting in D&D. Um, so, what we have here is two of the heroes, Erky and Carrick, have come into a dungeon or wherever, and there are three wolves in the next room. Um, some things first to think about. Often the first reaction in D&D is to run in and start attacking the wolves. But when you think about this, you wouldn't really do this in real life, because obviously wolves are quite vicious and have teeth and stuff. So you would probably tend to try and harry them from a distance and move back, and only really get into close quarter combat when there's no other option. So there should be no real distance why you don't do that. Wolves are dangerous, but really only if they can get in and bite you. So you should use ranged weapons. Now, both of these characters have the ability to do ranged attacks. Carrick and has actually, I am wrong. Carrick. Oh, yes, sorry. Carrick does. He has a cantrip called Ray of Frost, which he can keep on doing. That's at a distance. Now, Erky has a Thorn Whip. The disadvantage with the Thorn Whip is it pulls, if it's successful, it pulls its victim in 10 foot closer. So you don't want to end up inadvertently using that and ending up pulling the creature into melee combat with you. So obviously short bows and stuff like that would be ideal for these type of creatures. The other thing that I have to remember is that who goes first, and that's down to dice roll. Now this is the combat tracker. There's a bit more information on this than what you would normally see because in order to do this, I'm doing this from the viewpoint of the DM, whereas in the real world, when I say real world, I mean if you were playing this in reality, you wouldn't see all this other information here. We will probably do one up where completely from the player's perspective. So when combat starts, the first thing to do is everybody rolls initiative. The DM will roll for the baddies, the NPCs, the non-player characters, and people will tend to roll for their own initiative. And initiative, if you're playing on a pen and paper one will be on in the middle of your main sheet. In Fantasy Ground, if you look here, Carrick's initiative is whatever he rolls +1, and Erky's whatever he rolls +2. So the DM will say, okay, everybody needs to roll for initiative. I'm just going to minimize this. A handy thing to be able to do when you're in Fantasy Grounds is move stuff out of the way, but then you want to get back at them. There will be an icon up here. It may or may not look like a shield. In Strad, I think it looks like a dragon. In this one here, it's a shield. If you drag that and drop that down onto one of these tabs here, now means that battle map is saved in this slot number 2. So now you can close it for more space, and if you need it, you can just pull it back up. You can always get your maps from your sidebar here, but can be quite awkward finding them. So the DM will ask for every initiative roll from everybody, and there's no order to this. So double click on initiative, and Carrick has gotten 11 on a roll plus his 1, which has been added in, so he's 12 on the track. So at the moment he's there, 12. The dice is showing initiative here for these, but I haven't actually rolled for them yet. So Erky goes, and as usual, Erky rolls a ridiculously low score, and he ends up at 4. So the chances are he's going to go in last. Now the DM will roll for the wolves. So let me just, sorry,